I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh, my earring's twisted.
I'm composed.
Okay. I'm not composed. I'm never composed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am in a bit of a different setup again because I'm collabing with Amanda from Amandaandlola NL. So check out her channel down below and subscribe to her as well. We just filmed a 3-minute makeup challenge for her channel and it was hilarious. So funny. So anyway, if you want to see how that turned out, links down below. Anyway, today for my channel we are going to be doing high school makeup. I saw a couple of YouTubers doing this where they would talk through like the products and like their techniques for what they did for makeup in high school if they did wear it. So I figured it'd be fun to do it kind of as a collab and kind of talk about it together, especially because, fun fact, me and Amanda actually went to the same high school and we were there for this same time for 1 year, but we had no idea the other person existed.
It's just sad because I wish I knew her in high school.
I know.
I have like no friends from high school now. That would be so different. Our worlds would be different if we were friends from like 2009 was my last year.
Anyway, so yeah, let's get into this. So, I actually did use primer in high school. I think it was around grade 11 when I found this at the Shoppers Drug Mart Beauty Boutique in Churchill Square. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Light. I've talked about this a bunch of times because I have a mini size of it again.
That's a throwback, Churchill Square Beauty Boutique. No one ever talks about that one.
But I found this here and I sampled it on my hand and I was like, oh my god, that actually doesn't feel greasy. Because I've always had like oily acne-prone skin and this was like the biggest game changer for me. Like this was one of the first high-end products I ever bought. Probably the first.
I never used primer in high school. I was a pathetic human being. I was very basic with the makeup. I used to have this NYC trio that was like a whitey cream color on the top and a pink with gold specks in it and then a brown with gold specks in it. And that was my trio. Now I don't have that trio anymore, but I have very, very, very similar shades in my MAC palette, so I'm just going to use those today to recreate that makeup look. But I never used eye primer or anything, which now I can't live without it. So
actually, speaking of, once I did discover this at the Beauty Boutique as well, this is just a sample pod, but I did use the Urban Decay, just the original eyeshadow primer potion that they have.
I still use that and I love it, to be honest.
I'm thinking I might get another full-size tube, to be honest, but I had a bunch of sample cards left over from palettes. And yeah, so I'm just trying to use these up. So yeah, this made a huge difference in my eyeshadows. The eyeshadows that I did wear, I wasn't very good at applying them at the time, but you know, definitely made a difference for like grad and stuff.
I feel like, well, I was just looking at my grad photo album yesterday because I filmed a video with my brother. We were doing like throwback pictures and stuff, and I was looking at my makeup and I was like, how? Why?
I had mine professionally done. It was like part of a grad package with my hair. It was like hair and makeup for like $100 or something. And I remember like absolutely hating my blush. The blush she used on me was so orange. I'll insert a picture here if I can find one that I can put in the video. But my blush was so orange and it was just like a streak up my cheeks.
I would cry.
And it wasn't blended very well and I was like trying to fix it at home and it was just, oh my god. I wish I had done my own makeup. I think it would have been better. I really do.
I never did any, like, my parents never really said wear makeup when I was in high school, so it was just a little bit here and there.
So next I'm going to do my foundation. I used to use the Revlon Color Stay foundation for combo oily skin. I'm not sure why I really picked this. I think I just was looking at it like on the shelves in Walmart back when Walmart still had their old layout where the cosmetics was like right where you walk in the door.
That's real throwback.
I know. And it was really expensive, but I kept looking at it and like swatching it on my hand and stuff once I figured out what the heck swatching even meant. And yeah, I
think we would have called it testing back then.
Just testing. Oh wow, this is really dark for me right now. Anyway, and I used the MAC 187 for at least grade 11 and grade 12 to apply it. Elle and Blair made me buy it. Pretty much.
Oh my god, I feel like an 80s chick right now because I really used to be super heavy on the pink on the lids.
Yeah. I used to go really heavy on liner in grade 12. I really overdid my liner in grade 12.
I haven't used a felt tip liner in forever and that's what I used back then, so now I'm going to see how badly I botched my face today.
I forgot how odd this smelled. It's very chemically.
You know, that being said, I still love the Color Stay. If I can ever get it on sale or if I have a coupon for it, I will buy it.
The coverage still looks pretty good. This one does have SPF in it though. When I bought it, it didn't have SPF.
That's even better though. You know, for
overall,
me,
yeah, SPF. Except flash photography. And they now make it with a pump, so that's good too.
That's like a full-on.
Because I used to have to like pour it out on my hand. and like
yeah, they used to
another
be, you'd
brush that
waste
way.
more product too.
Yeah.
And there was no save, well, I guess you could save it, but it would totally be like not sanitary.
I do feel like the price did go up a little bit since like early 2000s when I was buying this.
Wasn't it like now $18.96 or something
I
along that?
paid $15.97, and it used to be around $12.13 I think when I first started buying it.
I used to love it because Target would actually mark it down on sale when we had Target here. That's when I used to stockpile it. But
They never actually did like separate under eye concealer. I just kind of put foundation under and tried to cover it up, but I still kind of looked like a raccoon in the mornings because who has time for sleep? Especially not me in high school.
I slept decently well in high school until one time my mom got sick. But then
Yeah, university got worse, but I was still pretty bad for it in high school, like staying up late.
I was pretty good. Go to bed. I'm still good at that though. Like at a certain point in the evening, it's like okay, it's bedtime. I'm like an old lady.
I'm terrible for that. I'm such a night owl.
Oh my god, I hate Violet. What was I thinking in high school? Like on what planet?
Pink's pretty.
Pink's pretty, yeah,
I
pretty
guess
much.
so.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any of the end of like the actual like quads and trios.
That's because they've all been discontinued by
Some
now.
of them are still available, but like in different colors and stuff. So I just chose the closest thing I had, which is the Maybelline The Nudes, which you actually gave me. So I'm just gonna pick some stuff from this.
I used way back when I used the felt tip liner from Hard Candy and Say Yes No, that's a TV show. Little Black Dress is the name of this, and
Say Yes
I found
to
it at
Dress.
Walmart Friday night because I knew we were doing this because I've stopped using felt tip liners, but I'm gonna give it a whirl now and see what happens.
And one of the first like big brush purchases that I made, I went to Halifax in 2009 to visit my aunt, and I picked up the powder brush from MAC and the eyeshadow brush 213, and I still use these to this day. They're super old, but they're working still, so yeah. So I started using these, and I used to use the 213 for my brow bone and my lid, even though it doesn't really pack on color well like the 239. This is basically what I did.
But you know, that's a true testament to the quality of the brushes from MAC. If
Oh,
they've
yeah.
lasted that long, that's really a true, you know, to
When I
quality.
got home, I researched how to take care of them so that they would last, and that's where I learned how to like properly clean makeup brushes and stuff. I think it was Michelle Phan's video that like really showed me how to do it.
Oh, I'm so glad I stopped using felt tip eyeliner. Holy.
I don't remember doing a ton of crease color, so I think I'm just gonna leave it pretty neutral, to be honest. I did have a blending brush. I bought this Christmas Eve of grade 11, I think. Again, the Shoppers Drug Mart in Churchill Square. This is from Lise Wattier. It's their blending brush. I've had this for years. Still use it.
They have lip glosses now with flashlights in them. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, my colleague went and got her makeup done there one day for a wedding, and
That's so random.
it's actually really handy. Like
I
if
can
you're
see
out,
that.
It was really cool.
That's very interesting.
Should go on.
I guess if you're putting it on in like a dark place, like out to dinner or
Or if
something.
you're at a club and you're just touching up at the bar or something.
I don't know if my crease actually looked this like decent in high school, but I feel like if it was to try a crease, this is probably what it would look like.
I'm really struggling with felt tip liner, but anyway.
Oh my god, my face is still like sticky. What? This takes a long time to set. I didn't realize that. No.
You live and you learn, right?
Right. I can't remember what face powder I used. I think it was Physicians Formula, kind of like this packaging but gray. I think it was like that, but I don't have that, so I'm going to use the Rimmel Clear Complexion like I normally do. And I'll just set that foundation.
There you go. That's as good as it's gonna get with felt tip eyeliner. Holy.
Not bad.
Oh, sticking to my liquid. I used to use the Maybelline The Falsies or the Falsies Volume Express or the CoverGirl Lash Blast. So I
Yeah.
still have the Falsies Volume
I think
Express.
I used either Maybelline or CoverGirl.
I kind of whatever was on sale.
For blush, I actually used to use this one. This is from Joe Fresh. I talked about this in my blush tag. I still have it. It's in the shade Pink.
Pink. Way to go with the names there,
It's
Joe.
a very original name. But I like it. It's nice and like sheer, and it's a very good starter blush. I didn't obviously didn't highlight or contour because that wasn't a thing. Do you know there's such thing as non-touring?
What?
There's non-touring now. You can non-tour.
Explain that, please, because it's not as simple as just not doing anything to your face, I am sure.
No, there's a new video from Sephora. It's like a instructional video or whatever.
Yeah.
It's basically creating that glow from within. So you use something like the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfecting Primer or whatever it is. It's got a bit of iridescence to it.
Yeah.
And you just kind of make that glow from within instead of concentrating the glow in certain areas of your face.
Wow.
Not for oily skin girls, clearly.
Yeah, well, we're out of that trend.
But the fact that that exists, I'm just like, When I saw it in my like subscription feed, I was like, what is that?
What is this black magic?
It was pretty funny.
Wow.
Now for liner, I was too afraid to go in with like felt tip liners and stuff because I was horrible at it. I did try it a few times, like watching Ellen Blair. I was just like, no, I can't wear this to school tomorrow. So I decided to go with shadow liner instead. I used the Joe Fresh eyeshadow in black.
Well done again,
a
Joe.
very simple name. But it's nice because it's like pigmented, but it's not too pigmented. Like it's a little easier to work with, I found. And I used this brush from Eco Tools. It's like just like the angled.
I have an Eco Tools travel set and I loved it when I went to first
Yeah,
conference.
their brushes are nice. I gotta say they're pretty soft. And okay, I'm gonna need this closer to me for this. But yeah, I used to just like line my lash line with this.
I sometimes still do that when I'm looking for a muted look. I never used
I
to wear
haven't done it in
foundation.
years. I kind of want to get back into doing it.
Well, it's nice actually when you take your time to do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It really is. I never used to wear foundation in high school. I used to just put concealer on my acne and then I would go in with like a powder.
Nice.
So that's what I'm going to do now. I haven't done
I
only
was
do
way
that
too
really.
self-conscious about my complexion.
Well, I never wore a lot of makeup. It's only been lately I've been more self-conscious about it. I do really like that whole shadow. It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it is.
I think I want to get back into doing it.
Every now and again, yeah. Like a nice daytime look.
Especially if you're not doing a ton of shadow. I don't think that lid shadow adhered to myself at all.
No, I never had a beauty blender in high school.
Yeah.
But I had one of those, you know, those little disposable sponge wedges?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you think some of them smelled really funny?
Mm-hmm.
I bought a package from Walmart one time and they smelled like, I don't know, like sour rubber or something. Like it just smelled like...
That's a
and
very
even you could
distinctive,
even-
strange smell.
and you could smell it like on your face when you used it too. I had to throw it out. It was so gross. I was like, what the heck? So I went back to my brushes after that. Not even, but you know what? That's probably how it looked.
That was the thing though. It was like...
I had like a half hour to do it before school. There we go.
I feel like it's taking me longer to do my high school makeup than what I would do a full face of makeup.
I'm actually taking a little bit less time, but I did it with a lot less precision than what I do now.
I just got concealer on my lips. How fabulous is that?
I love the concealer lip look.
We're just gonna go with it.
So I can't do like brown or really light stuff because it looks way too strange on me.
That's what I'm using a nude lipstick, so it's all good.
I'm pretty sure I did buy this little like lash comb in high school too. I'm surprised how much stuff I still use from like my high school makeup. And I didn't have Brow Wiz, but I don't remember what brow pencil I used, but I did use a brow pencil for grade 11 and 12. It probably wasn't the right color, but whatever. So I'm just gonna fill these in with my Brow Wiz. I've always had really light, almost invisible brows. So yes, being able to actually see my eyebrows is like fantastic. It makes a world of difference. Like I said in your blog post. What else? What hair have I not used yet? I didn't use a setting spray. I guess mascara. I don't remember what I did for lips. I definitely didn't wear lipstick. Probably just like lip balm.
I always had like a pink like lip crayon from CoverGirl, like the, you know, the old school chubby sticks that used to be out?
I think so.
Even though they weren't called chubby sticks because that's a Clinique thing. But, you know, like the fat crayons.
Fat pencils.
Before they became like a big thing. Yeah, that's what I used to use.
Makes sense. Can't remember what mascara I used. I think it might have been the CoverGirl like Lash Blast or like
that
something
orange
like
one. I swear everybody and their dog
one.
used it. 11
pretty
Gorgeous
sure.
still uses it.
Yeah, I went through a tube there a while ago, but I didn't like it as much as I used to. Actually, yeah, now that I think of it, I think that's what I used.
Man.
Anyway, my camera just shut off for no reason.
It's a good thing we're attentive to beeps.
Yes, you know what my camera sounds like. That's good. So yeah, I was saying that I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara because I don't have the CoverGirl one that I used to use. Look at you, setting your under eyes. I never did that.
Well, it was the one thing about using like a powder foundation was it just went everywhere and it said all of the things. And I never knew it was called setting back then.
Like I can really see a difference in how like dark my under eyes are. Like this is what I used to go to school like. I probably looked exhausted.
But back then, that was like cool. You wore makeup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause for a little back then in our age, and especially in Newfoundland, that kind of stuff wasn't a thing. You know, all the girls went to school and were more like the boys.
And nowadays it's like a full face.
Yeah. I always did my eyebrows. I always used either a wax pencil from Wet n Wild, and I also they had a wax very similar to the e.l.f. one, and I now have the e.l.f. one, so I'm still using cheap eyebrow products, and they work. So it's all the same, really. It's pretty much the exact same consistency. Yeah. And then that's it for my face, because I never used to set anything.
Yeah, speaking of setting, now that I gotta wait for my mascara to dry, but I did actually try the Urban Decay Slick, probably in grade 12, so that still counts as high school. So yeah, I found this a real game changer too. Primers and setting sprays changed my life. That really like upped my makeup game. Because if I didn't use primers and setting spray, I would put it on in the morning and it would be gone by lunchtime.
Oh yeah, I agree. My makeup was always gone by lunchtime.
I get home and be like, what happened to the makeup I spent 30 minutes on this morning? So yeah, if you're looking to step up your makeup game and you're younger and you're not really sure why things aren't lasting or looking good, primers and setting sprays is what you need to invest in. For sure.
10 out of 10.
I'm gonna pretend that mascara is set now. I don't think it is, but whatever.
I'm done. Refreshing. Have you tried the B6 in that?
No, I haven't.
I really liked it.
Yeah?
When I was having really bad breakouts, I found it really good.
There's brush hairs all over my boobs right now. I did try the all-nighter, but I don't like that one.
I don't like the all-nighter as much as the D-Slick.
I found it dry.
I didn't find it drying, I just found it didn't last as long as the D-Slick does.
I found it made my foundation like almost cake up or something. Like you could really see it up close on my face. So yeah,
we don't look that bad for people.
I know.
And I hope we look this good in high school.
Now I will say, like, once I hit like grade 12, I did switch to liquid eyeliner and it was a lot thicker, but for the majority, like grade 10 and grade 11, it was more like this. So yeah, that was fun. That was a lot more successful than the 3-minute makeup challenge. We look a lot more presentable to go in public.
We could definitely run to the store looking like this.
We could.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me, Amanda.
Thanks for having me, Liz.
No problem, girl. Last time we filmed together, it was like Thanksgiving.
God, it wasn't that long ago.
The fall winter movies. I will link that other video that we did below because that was hilarious. I couldn't speak properly. I kept like screwing up everything I was saying. It was so funny. So yeah, I'll link that down below as well as our channel and the 3-minute makeup challenge that we just filmed. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm doing a giveaway when I hit 300 subscribers.
Go do it, go do it, go do it.
And it includes a MAC lipstick, so...
Ooh, okay, when you stop recording, I want to know what that is.
Just saying. So yeah, do that if you haven't already, and I'll be back in the next video soon. Bye!
Bye!